Good afternoon, people. I just got done watching this world banker ex-Illuminati exposing himself in the cartel that he's in. The World Bank is a real big, huge cartel, mafia-like. The World Bank, you know, there's a girl named, I forgot her name. Fuck. I watched how they do money. It's like we're nothing but a straw man, according to them. We are nothing but a fucking water sack to them. These elitists, these Zionists, for what I know, this guy had no conscience whatsoever, because every time he looks around, he says, it's like he sees a different perspective of how he look at the world. How if you make believe that you're an elitist of the world, you have a different mindset, and money, how it flows. It's pretty funny how money flows around the world. The government, corporation, they're all tied together. They're all tied up together. Government is corporation, and banks. Banks, they run the world, basically. All these banks, every single bank you see on this fucking planet, they all run the world. They're all part of a tree, they're all part of a system. And we are nothing but fucking, we're just fucking a straw man. That's all we are to them, And then everything, the taxes, your taxes is run by the Rothschilds and all the big, huge family name companies, Your taxes and everything about your life is run by these big, huge families, And money, it's funny about money, how money fucking separates us from us, it and we believe in it. That's what makes us so easily to control, That's why we're so easy controlled all the time, When I hear money, it's just fucking pathetic how these elitists fucking treat us to make our lives miserable. I mean, look at our lives. These elitists liked us to be miserable, and then fucking, religious fuckheads like Christians down here, and whatever religion you are, you're supporting this. You're supporting these elitists by telling us, oh, we gotta have a job, we have to have this bullshit, Everything is controlled. Everything. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what you say. Everything in our life is controlled, down to the money. And that money, World Bank, the World Bank, that you have a non-human running the World Bank, right? You have a non-human. Well, you have a human being with a large head that's been here the same time as we've been here. It just they've been hidden from us for a long time, and they're very intelligent, very smart, But everything is coordinated. Terrorism, terrorism, you know, terrorism is part of the manipulation. Isn't that fucked up, Because of money is what makes terrorism, World Bank finances everything. Every fucking thing on this planet. Terrorism, drugs, everything. The CIA, FBI, they're all fucking part of the cartel. They are a cartel. Just like any cartels. Drugs. To control the population, you have to have a flow of money. That's what, according to this ex-Illuminati guy, everything can be paid for. Terrorists, all your terrorism, they're all paid. World Bank finances them, It shows you how ignorant and stupid we are as human beings, knowing that the money itself is creating our own terrorism, Our money is creating our own terrorism for our own self, And I'm watching this ex-Illuminati guy, making money. He was making money, I don't know, like money laundering or whatever it is, legalized, because they have control. If they have control of the whole world, that means they can do whatever they want to do. It doesn't matter. They can make up their own laws. They can get away with a lot of shit. Then I heard Zionist. And, I heard Zionist. Controlling majority of the world, and financially. Me, I have no religion. I don't care if I am an anti-Semite. I don't give a fuck about religion, period, So anti-Semite is the only way they protect themselves. To make themselves look like they're innocent. But they're not. I know there's two different types of Jewish people, One, I know they're against the Zionists themselves. But it's like the world, the world is controlled. The money is controlled, Everything about this whole world is like a mafia system. That's what it is. It's a mafia system. It feeds off on our fears, and they enjoy it. They look down on us, And we are so brainwashed and manipulated to believe that this is the way life is. If you want to go according to the mafia, these elitist way of life, the system can be changed. Anything can be changed. That's why I'm so anti-everything. I'm so anti-everything because everything is related. Just like the nationalists, I don't trust nationalists at all, because they're basically they're just making a whole new slave system. Basically, that's what they're doing, and they're sucking the resources away. That's why I don't trust nationalists either, and everything about this world, everything, the hidden, all the secrets they keep behind closed doors without us knowing about it. It shows you how fucking how dumb we are, really, as a human being. You know, you could have free energy. You know, what's wrong with free energy? Because the one who's charging you for electricity is really the mafia. You know, and they get pissed off, and then when you piss them off, they put you in their mafia-like system jail. You know, basically that's the way it works. You know, just like taxes. You know, really, technically, yeah, I buy the house. If it's paid off, I still don't own the house because the mafia tax people will take my house away from me because I don't pay the taxes. It's a mafia system. Just like everything else, credit cards, you know, bankruptcy and all that bullshit, you know, that we believe that exists, and the fucking credit scores, you know, who is the best slave? You know, we want to give the best to the best slaves, basically, if you look at it that way. You know, paying money, you know, it's like everything they tell you to go to have good credit, you got to spend more money to have good credit. Is there something wrong with that picture? Think about it. Think about it. Spend more money so you can build your credit back up. So it's in their favor. It's always been in their favor, no matter what. You know? You know, I spend my life away. You know, to build my credit, the way I did it, I didn't even use a credit card. I used a debit card, you know, to build my credit back up. And I didn't have to use a credit card to build my credit back up, you know. I don't need a credit card. Because the credit card, you're still paying the mafia, you know. The banks are the mafia. Corporations, they're the mafia. The ones who are controlling the electricity and the water, that's a mafia. You know. Your taxes, that's the mafia. You know, everything that has to deal with money, you're paying the mafia, basically. That's what they are, you know. The reality of it is I was right. The elites live off our misery, our fears. You know? And the banksters, all you banksters out there, Luciferians, you know? You're making Lucifer look like a bad person. You know, originally Lucifer was never a child sacrificial person. You know, Lucifer was never a child sacrificial person. Lucifer was the opposite of what these people believed what Lucifer is. Lucifer, you know, according to Jay, Lucifer means light, you know. So they took Luciferian the wrong way, just like religious people, like Christianity. You know, how they take advantage of using God for greed. You know, Luciferians are no different from the Christianity, you know. But they're extremely worse. They sacrifice children. You know, these big, huge elites love sacrificing children. You know, you wonder where all your children's gone. All your missing children. But you know, in a fucking reptilian type world, we are a youth potion to them. They take the children and it's another form of youth to make them live longer, you know, especially babies. And these elitists, these elites enjoy that, seem like, because I can see it right now in the way they do things, and it's just fucking fucked up, like a ritual, like a reptilian ritual, one of the reptilian rituals that they're doing, because that's what they're doing, is a reptilian ritual, and sacrificing children, you know. Everything is related to the reptilian culture and their ritual, their spirituality, and how they are. Yeah, I don't want a slave system on this fucking planet, really. I want the reptilians to have their planet back, to be honest. As a, you know, like a better environment, even for us, you know? We had to coexist with them anyways, whether you like it or not, because it's originally their planet, and we're destroying their planet, you know? And some of them know that we're out of control, you know? Because the stupid money elitists manipulate us to be out of control. And we're resisting them somehow to keep doing what we're doing all the time. We just don't know when to stop. Sometimes I feel like, you know, do I really want... Yeah, I want this world to come back to nature for a change. You can have technology, but don't bother nature itself, the planet, Gaia, you know, Terra, Earth, whatever you want to call it, you know, Gaia. I call it Gaia. The more I see these fucking banksters coming out, you know, the more they expose the truth, the more angry I get when I see them when they come out, you know, knowing how much they're playing with our lives. And they believe, you know, and their life is so fucking easy compared to ours, you know. Their life is so fucking easy compared to ours, where they don't have to worry about life itself, you know. That's why I want our free society become them. We all become like the elites. That's what I'm saying right now. We all become like the elites, but we don't do the things that they do. We can live the same life as they do, because they have all the technology that we need. That's how I feel right now. You know, watching this fucking World Banker coming out. Karen Hood is her name. She's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. She has her own television show, and she's for a new slave world, to be honest. That's the way I think. She wants a totally different new slave world based on gold, you know? But there it is, gold again. So basically she's starting a new slave world herself, just like the nationalists starting their own new slave world. I can't stand all these fucking slaves. Slave people want new slavery for everybody else, you know? A new slave system. Do we need a new slave system? I always ask that question all the time. It's like, do we really need a new slave system? Why can't we just be free and enjoy what we want to do, instead of have somebody telling us what telling us how we should work and what job do we have to do to survive, you know? Do we need another survival system? That's the question I ask people all the time. Why should we need a survival system? You know? If you really do care about people, why do you need survival system? You know? Why? You don't need a survival system. You need a system that create balance on this fucking planet with nature. And you can have technology at the same time. You know, you gotta create a balance. If you don't have that balance, if you have no balance at all on this fucking planet, then you're not gonna, I think, 100 to 200 years, according to the time travelers, we might not have anything, you know? Because it seems like the time travel, when they went 100 years ahead of time, nothing, the new system that we're going to have is not going to change. So we're not creating any kind of balance at all. Just a new version of a slave system, you know? Do you really, for me personally, I don't want another slave system. I'd rather do something that I like. I don't want to struggle. I don't want to live off people's fear. I don't want to live miserable. You know? I know 20 years from now I'm going to be living off the same old bullshit. This misery, this fear, this bullshit, paying bills and all that bull crap, you know? I know 20 years from now I'm going to still be doing this. Hopefully it does change, you know? Yeah. Everything to me, personally, is controlled. Every single fucking thing on this fucking planet. To your mind, to your body. The contract you sign, credit cards, banks, corporations, cars, everything is controlled by the elites. Religion, too, is controlled by the elite. That's why they have Vatican, the Pope. They control all religion, no matter what. Everything is controlled. So, have a nice day.